Okay, I'm really fast just showing again today that this tent is locked up. I took a long detailed video picture of it yesterday, including the insides of it. We're going to see if they come down here and damage it, steal it, or slash it up. Some individuals are back over there. I just literally heard someone sneeze, and I have my tape recorder has been running ever since the second I got out of the tent, so the tape recorder picked it up. And you can go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and sneezing. Yeah, I didn't invent their techniques, I'm just exposing them. And basically it's their overt way to cleverly let you know they're there. That's right, and it was close too. Okay, because it was close enough for me to hear it. And so I made a verbal statement since the tape recorder was already, the tape recorder is still recording right now. Now this is the tent with the tarp pulled in front of it. This is the microphone of the tape recorder that I have on right now that's attached to my bra. And we're going to see if I come back to this area today and my tent is missing, damaged, stolen, slashed up, or any property that's hidden out of sight close by is stolen. I literally got to live this way as a result of being a target of gang stalking. And hang on a second. What the hell? Alright, so this is showing you the date and time right here by me showing you this video picture of my cell phone, that it's April 7, 2014 at 11:56 a.m. I'm going to use the voice command feature in the tools menu so the phone can state the date electronically.
Say a command. April 7th, Monday, 11:56 a.m.
Okay, and I'm showing you this so you can see that this tent is here. Again, I made a long, extensive video yesterday. In the video I made yesterday, I showed the interior of the tent. And, alright, so we're going to see when I come back here today if there's a trespass notice put on this tent, if it's damaged or stolen in any way. And we're also going to see if, because I'm going to another hiking area today to create some security measures for my property before I move to it physically. And the place that I'm going to be creating these security measures at the location is going to be from a distance concerning where I'm going to lock the bike up at, which is right here. Okay. Now, as you can clearly see by me showing you that the tires are inflated. Okay, let me walk over to the front tire. Okay. The tires are inflated. Okay, as you can see. There's nothing wrong with this bike or bike lock. This bike lock operates fine. But since I'm going to have to, once I get to the area, since I'm going to have to lock the bike up, because I can't take the bike with me to the area within the area that I'm going to at the location, at the location I'm going to. So they know I'm going to be separate from this bike. Now, I'm making this video prediction at this location, which is a completely separate location pertaining to where I'm going to. And I'm going to show you the landmark of this location. Okay? See this dead tree right here? It's the area I'm at right now. Now, this area has also got a code number and code word attached to it. The code word is GILL times 2. I'm a woman, not a man, HA location. And that code word was developed by me for legal and strategic purposes. I made this video in order to be able to predict what might occur concerning my hiking area or any property that is hidden close by it, out of sight, once I leave for the day. I'm a target victim and activist of gang stalking. I literally have to live this way because of this expedition every day. Every day. They set up some assholes I got about 100 feet away. Back in early November 2012, when I moved out here in late October 2012, they moved them in within a week and a half after me moving here. They moved out about a week ago. But they've been back up and down here ever since then, periodically. And as I was preparing my stuff to leave for the day, I was over in this area doing some things, and I heard someone sneeze. And the sneezing was so close, I heard it clearly. Okay? Clearly heard it. Now that is done. I know this is going to sound crazy, but just bear with me. For the entire time when I was hiking here between November, well, I moved out here between, in late October 2012. They moved in about the first week of November 2012. And, I got audio files literally showing that go all the way back to 2012, early November, of me talking about how they were acting as they were preparing their hiking area. Now, they harassed me on a daily basis at this hiking area. It was the reason why they set them up. That's right. They yelled gang stalk from a distance every day, nonstop, repetitively, along with other vile shit. That's right, like suck my you-know-what. They would yell threats like gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff, or gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her. I've got hundreds of audio files about me talking about them freaks. And then, like in the last 2.5 weeks, I've escalated my moving to other locations. I'm basically been bagging up my property to move it to 3 separate locations so I can treat each of the 3 separate locations as temporary hiking spots, where I basically just divvied up my property and made up hiking kits for each one. Each of the 3 locations I'm going to use as temporary hiking locations so I can move from here. And so what I was doing was making video files of me showing my property being bagged up and talking about moving. As soon as within 2 days of me uploading those videos, the assholes they set up that harassed me on a daily basis from November 2012 up until around the end of March, they moved. Now, cyber surveillance is a methodology of gang stalking. It's all over the internet that it is, so they basically just surmised that I was moving, and they figured they weren't going to be needed no more, so they told them to back up and move. I literally watched them carry black garbage bags full of stuff okay, from their area up the hill and then get on the sidewalk and walk by, and as they were doing that, they literally had the audacity to say gang stalking. Now, but they then back up and down, up and through here, and even including walking by on the sidewalk and harassing me since then. And I believe they have also intentionally let me see where they've moved to, basically just right up the road. That's right. I'm in San Diego, California, and my name is Leslie Williams. Now, to the intentional sneezing, you can go to Google right now and type in gang stalking and sneezing. I didn't develop their techniques, but I am exposing them, so just Google it and you'll see I'm telling you the truth. Basically what they do is form mental associations in your mind by yelling certain words and phrases and vile shit that they yell, and that's done to mentally associate themselves to the campaign as a result of me hearing what they yell. Then, as a result of them also making threatening statements that they did yell periodically throughout since November 2012, that was done to anchor fear in my mind that the property would be stolen or that the police would be called. That's right. In order to try and put me in a paranoid mindset about what's going to happen next, what's going to happen now. It's called dark neural linguistic programming techniques delivered through their sensitization tactics delivered through the direct conversation tactic using dark neural linguistic programming. Just Google what I'm stating, you'll see I'm telling you the truth. It's done to anchor fear. Now, since they moved out, before I leave here every day, I hide the property that I use to sleep in at night, sleeping bags, pajamas, and I still have some additional hiking gear, support material that I use here, and I hide it out of sight every morning before I leave. Now, as soon as I got done hiding the last bit of property here, before preparing to put the stuff on my bike that I'm going to be taking with me today, one of them sneezed, and that was their way to let me know that they were here. As a result, I wonder if they saw me hide my property. To see how it works? They intentionally, creatively, overtly let me know they're here by doing normal things. Sneezing. See what I'm saying? Just Google what I'm saying. Go to Google right now and type in organized stalking or gang stalking, sensitization methods, and sneezing or coughing. It's their overt way to let you know they're down here because they know that you know that they have already sensitized you to fear about your property being stolen. Do you see what I'm saying? It would be like a criminal walking by you when you're putting your security code in for your garage. Okay? Do you honestly think that a man who's getting out of his pickup truck that pulled into his driveway and he's walking up to his little security code on the garbage door, on the garage door, and he's going to put in a security code, and a known neighborhood punk who's been suspected in as far as engaging in breaking and entering of neighbors' houses walks by that guy as he's putting in a security code. What do you think he's going to do? He's going to stop putting a security code in until the guy walks by. Same concept. What they do is let me know that they're there as I'm hiding my property. That in turn will make me wonder, are they going to steal it as a result of them seeing where it's being hidden at? It's literally how they operate. Now, you might think to yourself, well, how do they know that I'm hiding my property when I am? Because, for one, go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and cell phones. Cell phone hacking. They can treat your cell phone as a microphone, as a video camera, okay, and as a GPS tracker. And they know before I get outside of my tent every day that I make statements in my tape recorder stating I'm getting ready to get outside of my tent to hide my property. That's right. They're nothing but techniques okay, that is used through surveillance in order to synchronize and time the crafted harassment to anchor the fear. Because if a targeted individual is living in a constant fearful mindset that something's going to happen to their property or that the police will be called and they'll be evicted from their hiking area, that's putting the target in intentionally a paranoid mindset and reinforcing it by overtly and covertly letting them know that they're there. By using normal things everybody does, sneezing, but they don't allow you to see them physically. This is literally how they operate. The whole goal is to rent space in your mind. That's why a lot of targeted individuals on the internet are titling their videos gang stalking psychological operations, because the whole goal is to get up in your head. Why do you think they yell gang stalk from a distance? And check this out. In closing, what I'm going to do right now, and they'll even use this video against me by saying, do you see how crazy Miss Williams is? She now thinks that just because somebody sneezed that they're trying to create fear in her mind that her property be stolen. No. Listen slowly and carefully to what I stated. Okay, and connect the dots in your minds concerning how they operate. Cell phone hacking, cell phone stalking is a huge methodology of gang stalking. And if you went to YouTube right now and typed in cell phone hacking and stalking, look at that one video of two women that are being covered on a morning show. They talk about how their family members' cell phones have been hacked, and how as a result the people who did it are using their cell phones as microphones. Okay, the speaker that you speak into is being used as a microphone so they can hear what you're stating. They hack into the camera of the phone so they can see what you're doing. And they also can use it as a tracker. And then the people that hacked into their cell phones would send them electronic voice messages in order to regurgitate what was observed as a result of the phone being hacked. That's a method of gang stalking, where they will set up mini microphones around your house or apartment or car in order to listen to what you're doing. They'll hack into your computer to see what you're doing online, and then they'll place people around you along your routes to repeat what was observed using the direct conversation method. Just Google it and you see I'm telling you the truth. So that video alone of those two women exposing what's happening to them because of their cell phone being hacked is a method of gang stalking, because they literally called them and left electronic voice messages in order to regurgitate what was observed as a result of the phone being hacked. That's a method of gang stalking. It's a direct method of gang stalking. So if I make an audio file every morning before I get outside of the tent stating that I'm getting ready to get outside of my tent to hide the property, they hear it through my phone. That's when they then use the individual they're using. They text message him or her, and they say she's getting ready to get outside of her tent. So in a few minutes, sneeze or cough to let her know that you're there. That in turn, they believe, will keep the fear alive that they anchored in my mind that the property would be stolen. That's right. This is literally how it works. Okay, so I'm going to prove to you right now that I'm a victim of this crime. You're about to hear a segment of an audio file of an event that took place towards me on a sidewalk. That's right. And you know how I mentioned about how these people were yelling gang stalk from a distance every day? Listen to this. These are two men harassing me on a sidewalk while they're threatening me. One of them has harassed me on anywhere between 8 and 11 prior occasions before this event, and numerous times since. Do you hear them say gang stalk together? Then one says gang stalking, and then that same one says gang stalking. I'm going to F you up. Now this was literally done in order to, the sneezing today and the intentional coughing for me to hear was done to excite the thinking of what was anchored in reference to the fear about the property being stolen, because they had already anchored that in my mind on previous dates. It's called classically conditioning you to think a certain way based on the theme of the threat that they verbalized for you to hear. That's right. That's right. So I had to stop and make this video because of it. This is literally how I have to live. Understand, if you research slowly and meticulously to each description I've stated in this video, you'll see I'm telling you the truth. And I gotta live this way on a daily basis because of this bullshit. Alright, I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. Just go to Google and type in gang stalking, sensitization, sneezing, coughing, tracking, surveillance. Yeah, you would not believe what I know. Alright, I gotta go. Thank you for listening and have a nice day. Oh, I'm sorry. This video applies for the next 30 days at this area. Thank you.